The number one secret I wish I knew when I started a channel. I'm the one that's gonna spill the Krabby Patty formula and give you tea, okay? They can understand I'm not working for free. Fuck wrong with you, you know? Hello beautiful people and welcome to Bomb Kids TV. So today's video I'm giving you guys the tips and tricks and the number one secret I wish I knew when I started a channel and how to land brand deals as a small influencer. Or maybe you already have a following but you're just not landing those brand deals, or you feel like you're not earning what you could or should be. I'm the one that's gonna spill the Krabby Patty formula and give you tea, okay? Before we get into the tea though, make sure you guys subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Typically we do like self-love, self-care, intentionally living, what I eat in a day, what I eat in a week, and every now and then we drop some YouTube gems, okay, because you guys seem to enjoy those. So this was a video that I did recently going over like the complete breakdown from beginning to end on how to start a channel, how to get yourself out there, and the things you need to do in order to become a successful content creator even with no following. So if you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you do. In that video I mentioned one of the key factors being a media kit. We're gonna make one together at the end of the video. It's only going to take about 5 minutes. That's how easy it is. But I also wanted to break down a little bit more on the media kit, including like things that you have to have included on there to make sure that the brands know that you will bring value to their product. So a lot of times they'll reach out and it'll be like a gifted collab or maybe PR or like an unpaid partnership. I'm not saying those are terrible. If you're just starting out, it's good to get the experience and the exposure and being used to shooting content for someone other than yourself. But ultimately, if your goal is to eventually make this a side hustle or maybe even your full-time job, there are a few things that you absolutely need to know that I wish I knew. But like I said, it's okay because I got your back like chiropractic, okay? And I'm going to put you on. So before we get too deep into the sauce, let's go over a few basics. What is a media kit and what is it used for? So a media kit is essentially like your rate card. It'll have all your services, everything you offer on there, your analytics, where you're from, where you currently live, what your channel is mainly about, and pretty much what you offer and what you're going to charge the people that are reaching out to you. And that's pretty much it. It's not anything deeper than that. I don't know why this isn't like a known thing, but like I said, in that video right there, a lot of you guys told me that you had never heard about it. Some of you guys had just started out, but some of you have the same amount of followers as me and you had never heard about it. So hopefully we're going to eliminate that moving forward and help the people that are just starting out to get this kind of stuff done super early, get you gamed up, get your knowledge right, so that when you do start growing, people aren't able to get over on you. Because I will be the first to admit, for a few years people were getting over on me because I just didn't know. It was simply a lack of knowledge. But like I said, we're gonna nip that in the bud. I'm gonna put y'all on so that way you don't have to go through some of the things that some of us have went through our first years of our content creation journey. So I asked on my community tab, what are some things that you guys wanted me to cover in this video to make sure that I hit all my bases and answer all you guys' questions. One of the main things you guys asked was, can any niche or type of content benefit from a media kit? Okay, let me answer that because that is a super good question, but at the same time it's like, don't play yourself. Honestly, you don't even have to be on social media. If you have a business or want to sell something, you should get a media kit. It doesn't matter. Now this particular media kit that I'm going to design with you guys today is catered towards content creators, but this is just for businesses in general. Every business has some form of either a card or a brochure or a QR code or something that someone can get and obtain and know what options they have to purchase. When you go to a restaurant, what do they hand you? A menu. Essentially it's just like that. It's a menu for you and it gives them a little background information. It doesn't matter if you have faceless content, if you're a gamer, if you're a photographer, or maybe you do like online marketing on social media, or maybe you just do cooking and recipe videos, or maybe you just have like an ASMR channel where you dig in your ear for earwax or boogers or something. A company may hit you up with one of those little tools that has a camera on it to use in your video while you're digging for your gold. Like, I'm a digger myself, so I'm letting you know, like, there's a space for everyone, okay? If there's something that you could provide a value of to someone else, you could use a media kit, period. So do not wait on a certain like subscriber count or a certain like analytic or threshold to come upon your way before you decide to start taking your business and media kit serious. It's always good to get practice. It's always good to explore, and it also helps you appreciate your growth. Like, I can look back at that media kit I showed you guys and know, like, when I made that media kit I was at like 30 something K, and now we're about to hit 50K, and my media kit now is just fire. Okay, so yeah, don't wait on anything. Make your media kits now and continue to make them as you progress. Now let's make one together. Here's Canva. They have this on the phone as well as on the desktop. So whatever your preference is, if you want to use an iPad, if you want to use a laptop or MacBook or anything like that, it's literally up to you, whatever you would like. So we go into the app. As you guys can see, this is where I make my thumbnails. This is a thumbnail I recently did. I pretty much use them for everything, I ain't gonna lie. So you want to go to the top and you want to type in influencer media kit, okay? There are 20,000 different templates you can choose from when it comes to your style, your aesthetic, and what exactly you want your media kit to look like. So typically I would just scroll until one jumps out at me. These are pretty much just basic. If you want to search for a certain category, you go up to the top. Maybe you type in a color like blue or cooking or something like that. Just type in, play around with it, okay? It's a search engine. Literally search different things, see if something different comes up. There's one that's pro, and she looks like she's in the kitchen. So it kind of depends on what you want to do. There's a pro version that you can pay for. I had the free one for a very long time, and I recently upgraded to pro just so that I wouldn't have to worry about, oh, this one costs, this one doesn't, this one costs, this one doesn't. And I think it's like, I want to say maybe $14 a month. I'd have to double check that, but it's not that expensive, and I feel like it's worth it to have the unlimited version. But like I said, everything I'm showing you today is going to be free. So now let's click on creative, and this one up here on the top right, that looks cute, so we're gonna use that one. I like the pink aesthetic. I like what she has going on, so we're just gonna switch it up and swap out the photos with our photos and swap out the information for our information, okay? So I have a few photos I recently took today, as you guys can see, for this thumbnail actually. So we're gonna go ahead and pretend to make like a photographer content creation type of media kit. This is for someone who does photography, maybe UGC or videography, but they also have a social media platform where they promote these services. So these are all frames, okay? So her picture wasn't cut out like this. This is a frame, which is an element within Canva. That's why we use templates, because we don't have to worry about all that. We can just swap our information out. So I went in and put this picture, and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to create a different background. I'm loving the pink, but I kind of want a different background. So we're gonna go and grab the picture that we want, which this picture right here. We're gonna grab it and put it into photo room, which is where I do a lot of my editing for my thumbnails and stuff. I'm gonna remove the background, scroll down and see what background I like best. I never typically go and do these backgrounds here, but I'm starting to kind of experiment. This marble one, not marble, but concrete one right here looks really cute. So we're gonna resize it, save it, and go back into our Canva. We're actually gonna do that for every photo that we're gonna use. Go ahead and get it out the way now. So she has 3 pictures. So we're gonna take 3 pictures, remove the background, swap it out for that concrete background. That way they're all cohesive. This is completely up to you. Whatever aesthetic you're going for, whatever like vibe you're going for. Here recently I've been loving pink, but I also want to give like a very matter-of-fact-ish vibe, so I felt like the concrete fit. Whatever background you want, go ahead. Like I said, this is photo room for those of you looking for a new editing app. This does cost, but you do not have to use this. You can get a free one. Just ask ChatGPT for a free editing app. And once we do that, we are going to simply hit the picture and then hit replace and put our pictures there, and boom, now it's us. The image is coming alive. So instead of Bridget, we are going to type in our own little name, and we are going to put in Haley. I think I said Stanson, something I just made up off the top of my dome, okay? We're Haley for the day. So instead of model and influencer, you tap on that box and then hit edit, and then you type in whatever you are. So if you're a gamer, this is where you put gamer. We're a photographer for the day, so we're gonna put photographer and videographer, letting them know this is what you're gonna see if you go to my channel, or if you go to my platform, these are the services I offer. Next, you see about me. Now this is a cute little paragraph they have there, but you guys know I am a strong advocate for ChatGPT. I will use ChatGPT for any and everything, okay? So we're gonna use ChatGPT to find a good about me paragraph to put right here. So I just type in about me for a photographer that is from OKC, residing in Tokyo and is known for making visions come to life. Just something, you want to have some type of little interesting hook or key that's gonna like attract them or make them think like, oh, that was cute, or that's interesting, or just kind of get them thinking. So yeah, I'm gonna type that in, and ChatGPT is gonna create the perfect paragraph for me to copy and paste and put in the About Me section. If you don't like it, you can literally ask ChatGPT to edit it or take out or add whatever you'd like. So yeah, I use this for my business. I use this to write up leasing agreement contracts. I use this for literally everything. You want to put where you're from, where you reside, how long you've been doing whatever you're doing, and what you're known for. Those are some key things that I would include in my media kit, because a lot of times certain companies, they only want to deal with people who are in a certain demographic or area, and you may not be suitable for them. So make sure you let them know where you're from and where you currently reside. That will give them a little background information on if your customers or if your audience will kind of like take heed to whatever it is you're promoting. So this looks absolutely amazing. I'm a photographer originally from Oklahoma City, now based in Tokyo, with 5 years of experience in transforming creative visions into reality through the flick of a lens. My journey in photography has taken me across diverse landscapes and cultures, allowing me to capture the blah 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 blah. Y'all see, they ate that, left no crumbs. Copy, paste into the About Me section. Now it's a little bit big, but you just take the corners, make it smaller, move it up a little bit, and play with it. If you guys see these lines popping up on the screen, that is to let you know whether you're centered or not, centered with this picture, centered with the entire PDF, and that way you can know if everything's lining up how it's supposed to. You want the middle lines to line up from top to bottom. Okay, so once everything's looking good, I'm gonna go ahead and change this font to something that just looks a little more cute to me. You guys can play with the fonts, you can add elements. We're gonna get into all that though. So now your demographics, your audience, they wanna know, like I said, how many people are you reaching out to? How many people are listening to you and waiting on you to post content? And honestly, that lets them know, like, percentage wise, what chance they have of audience to customer conversion. So if you have a certain amount of people, if you have 100,000 people but only 2,000 people engage with your content, that lets them know kind of like what budget they have to work with as far as paying you for whatever project it is at hand. So they need these numbers. If you don't have them on your media kit, they will ask you. They want to know your follower count, how many of them are women, your engagement rate, and your weekly reach. Those are like the core 4 things that they want to know. Sometimes they may ask for more, honestly, but this is typically what I put on all of mine: men, women, engagement. Now back to the question earlier, these numbers for me are based off of me getting averages from both of the platforms that I'm active on. If you are not combining all of your analytics into one media kit, you will just copy and paste the analytics straight from each platform onto your media kit. If you're doing an average like I do, you need to add up the analytics, the engagement, the followers, and divide them and put your average on here. The followers, obviously, you wouldn't divide because collectively those are your followers, but your engagement, you would get the average. Your women versus men percentage, you would get the average. Your weekly reach, you would get the average. Your follower count, you just simply add them together. And boom, your demographics and your analytics are done. We are literally like 80% of the way done. So now it's time to get to the meat and potatoes, okay? So these are the services and rates. So we're gonna do 1 hour photo shoot. Remember, we're a photographer. Our name is Haley, so let's get these services. 1 hour photo shoot. We're also gonna offer, let's see, yes, let's do a 2 hour raw footage video, VID, short for video. You can do this however you want. There are no rules. That's what's so good about this. You make this however you would like it to come off, okay? And then we're gonna do a bundle package. I always try and include some type of bundle that's a little bit more expensive, but that will give them a lot of value for what they're paying for, okay? So it may not be what the going rates are for actual photography services. These are just numbers that we're punching in. Whatever niche or service that you're offering, look up what the going rates are for that. Or like I said, go to Social Blue Book, like I mentioned in this video right here. Social Blue Book will let you know, according to your analytics, a high and low range of what you should be charging. And you can kind of go off of that and play with the numbers and see what type of feedback you get. You can also like order a one-on-one service with someone who does like social media analytic consultations to let you know kind of what ballpark you should be in. And I also try and include something free just to kind of give them an incentive to go ahead and proceed with the project. So all services will include free photo edits for returning customers. So that's letting them know, hey, if you fuck with me right now, the next time I got you on some free edits. You always want to throw in a little goodie. So as far as the price ranges, 1 hour photo shoot, 100 USD. Wherever you are at, make sure you put the conversion on there, because you will have people reaching out to you from all over the place, okay? I'm a wig influencer. Their stuff is way different over there. I've had people hit me up from Australia. I've had hit me up from everywhere. So make sure they know you need your coin in whatever conversion that it is you live in, okay? Because if not, you might be playing yourself. So yeah, you want to make sure the numbers line up with the services so that they know what goes with what. So 1,000 USD for our bundle. Play with the size, scoot it over a little bit, make sure it lines up, and we are almost done. So the last thing, get in touch with me. You do want to have your phone number. You can put your real phone number, or you can do like a WhatsApp or a texting app. I do have WhatsApp. So I just suggest putting a phone number, because sometimes they'll reach out to you and confirm like shipping, or if there was an issue with the package. Sometimes texting is easier than emailing, and they feel like it's more direct. So there are a few people that I've been working with for a little while, and they text me from time to time. But yeah, you want to put your WhatsApp or phone number, whatever you're comfortable with. Never put your address. If you have a store or an office, you can put your store or office on there, but do not put your personal address on there. I just don't suggest it, because there are a lot of scams going around, and we'll get to that in a second. So I'll teach you how to know when you're getting into one, but you want to leave it to basically your telephone number and your email. So our email is lipbalmkisshoots@gmail.com, because remember, we a photographer for the night, okay? And guess what? We're literally done. This is a photographer slash videographer who has a YouTube or Instagram channel, who is deciding to venture out and offer services online. The last thing I'm gonna do is hit elements and add maybe like a pink heart. There's all types of stuff on here if you want to add your own touch. We did use a template, so it's not like we made this from scratch. So there may be like a little touch or maybe some bubbles or something you want to add. I usually do like hearts and bubbles. But yeah, you can change the color of the element so that it matches the color scheme, and you are golden. Like, that took all of like maybe what, 7 minutes, and that's with me explaining it. You can also take the pictures and add shadows. You can blur some parts of the picture. There's all types of effects and stuff you can do. This is something you're gonna continuously learn about 24/7. I still have things I learned about in Canva, and I've been using it for years. But that's pretty much it. There's your media kit. So when someone emails you and say, hey, we'd like to do a collab, potential collab, let me know if you're interested, here's our website. You would reach back out, use your ChatGPT, as I mentioned in the last video. Use your ChatGPT and let them know, thanks for reaching out. I'll be more than happy to discuss this potential collab. Because we're not biting on everything. Potential collab. I'll attach my media kit below so we can review the details and services. Best regards, Lip Balm Kiss TV. So once they email you, you email them back. There'll be a little clip that you can attach an attachment. Save this to your files, click attach, scroll through your photos, attach it, and then send it. That's literally it. So save this to your phone or your laptop or your iPad, whatever you're using. In this case, we're gonna save it as a regular photo. And yeah, we got us a media kit in like 5 minutes. Now, speaking of when they reach out to you, y'all also asked me how to know if you're dealing with someone who's a scam. I will tell you right now, you'll never not deal with that. Even earlier this week, I had someone reach out to me and they claimed they were with Lush Cosmetics. I'll show you guys the email right here. And they were pretty much saying like, we're gonna offer you $4,000. Like, they were trying to do like a salary payment plan, like $4,000 a month, $1,000 for each Instagram post. That was the first red flag, because if someone emails you offering you a collaboration on a platform that you're not even active on, that's how you kind of know it's a scam. I'm not active on Instagram, for those of you that ask, just by the way. I have like 200 people on there. I get on there to search for lash checks and people to braid hair. I do not get on there. I don't post on there. I have had someone pay me to post on my story on there, and it was legit. It was a wig company. I've worked with them before. I knew they were legit. But Lush Cosmetics, you're offering me $1,000 for one post. and you want me to post once a week for 6 months, that means you're trying to pay me $4,000 a month for 6 months. I knew it was some bullshit, but I was just like, let me just respond and just see what they saying. So they said, you know, we'll send you a contract. They sent over the contract, and I was reading over it, and I told my boyfriend, like, the money part doesn't make sense. Like, they have a typo, and it just, when I read it out loud, it just doesn't make sense. So I told them, you know, let me look over the contract, and I looked over it, and lo and behold, they want me to pay for shipping, and shipping is $102. So that's the biggest scam that I've seen right now. They want you to, they're gonna reach out to you and say they're gonna pay you so much money and get you so excited, but you have to pay for shipping so that they can build a relationship with you and trust that you're gonna post the product. If they get 10 people to pay for shipping in a week, that's $1,000 a week. So that is the scam. Sometimes the shipping will say $30. You never have to pay for shipping. Even if it's a gifted collab and they say, you know, you pay for it and then we'll reimburse you, look up their credentials, Google the company. I even Googled the word scam after the company just to see if anything pops up, like Lush Cosmetics scam. Like, do those things. Look at their Instagram. Look at everything they post, search other creators and see if they've dealt with them. Just kind of dig a little bit before you just go signing contracts or like agreeing to do stuff, because there are people who do that for a living, unfortunately. So as you can see, I had a conversation with them and was like, why are you scamming influencers? And they admitted it and was like, you know, times are hard. And I'm like, I get it, but do better, you know? So yeah, the scams, they're annoying, but just kind of use your gut, use your discernment, follow your intuition. Don't pay for anything. If someone wants to send you something, that's the least they can do is send it. You should not have to pay for anything out of pocket, okay? Some of you guys asked, how do you funnel down and locate the main point of contact when you want to reach out to a brand to utilize your media kit? So you, like I said, you look at their website. Usually if you go to a website, you scroll to the very bottom, there will be a contact us tab or reach out to us or want to join our partnership or something like that. You could even DM them on Instagram, on TikTok, go to their YouTube, go to their description box, see if there's an email. If you see an influencer working with them, scroll through their description box. Sometimes their information is in their description box. And also what I noticed is that nowadays there are a lot of people who are dropping gems just like me, and they'll do videos on like companies that work with small content creators, and they will literally give you the name of the company in the email. I searched on TikTok before. I'm not gonna lie, I've searched that because I want to know who will work with someone who's not super big, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you want to just search on YouTube and just Google it, like list of companies who will work with small influencers, and the content's out there. Like this video, I'm dropping gems. There's other people just like me who are just laying it all out there. All you gotta do is get your pen and paper. That's literally it. Ask your friends if you have influencer friends. I've given Dossier's information to 2 people I know, and they ended up working with them. I gave them their direct email, and I didn't even ask Dossier. I just was like, hey girl, email them and see if they'll work with you, and gave them the number. I mean, not the number. I gave them the direct email to my agent, Roxy, that I was working with. Literally gave them the email. Like, yes, go get your bag. So yeah. And then this may seem kind of outlandish. The company that you want to collab with, if they have a store, if you go there and ask them like, hey, I'm a content creator, is there a corporate or an email I can reach out to see if I can collaborate or get some PR or something like that? Usually they'll at least be able to point you in the right direction. Like, don't be afraid to, if you're in the mall and you want to work with someone, like ask them that information, because if they don't know the person, they probably can point you into the direction of someone who does. So it doesn't hurt to ask. You can also sign up for services like Instance that give you a lead on contracts. So there's different services that you can sign up for and create a profile, and it's basically kind of like you're on there and other people are on there, and you guys link up and they give you leads like, oh, we're looking for someone who's interested in this, and you're like, oh, I want that job, and they'll let you know if it's paid or not. You can decide if you want to do it or not, so forth, so on. So if you have like a agency or a manager, they should be doing all that for you. But if you are a one-man band like me, you just got to go get it out the mud, okay? But don't worry, it'll come, I promise. So here's an example of a conversation when me giving them my media kit worked, and they ended up turning around and saying, yes, let's do that. It doesn't always go this smoothly. Sometimes you send them the media kit and they're like, girl, no, I said gift. And that's okay too. What's for you is for you. So all I can do is try, and if they want to pay, they will, and if they don't, they don't. I mean, I have pretty reasonable services, so if someone doesn't want to, there's not much more I can do to convince you, because I offer a wide variety and a a wide range of services. Like if you have a low budget, I have something for you. And if you spend some bread, I got something for you there too. So if they don't want to, cool. Now here's time where they ignored me, and I will literally turn around and be like, hey, just checking up. Did you receive the last email, or are you still interested? Like, I'm not afraid to hustle. I will hustle my ass off, okay? So if they don't respond after I send that media kit, I might give it like a week or two, and I'll follow up with them. Hey, just checking in. Did you receive the last email? Were you able to review my media kit? Let me know if you have any questions. Just letting them know like, hey, you may not be feeling it, but what's up? We might can negotiate, you know? So don't be afraid to circle back. If they ignore you when you send your media kit, don't be afraid to circle back. And a lot of times they will tell you why. Like, oh, I would work with you, but that campaign is now closed. I'll reach out when there's another one. Or they may say, I would love to work with you, but unfortunately, like the budget is just too high. Is there any way we can negotiate? And then boom. Circling it back around does work, and you want to make sure just do it once. I don't do it more than once, but if they ignore you, don't get sad. Just circle back around and give them a week or so. And here's a time when I circled back around and they were like, no, we're not paying you nothing, but can you do it for free? And I told them like, no, my manager won't approve free labor. I say free labor so they can really understand how ridiculous they sound, asking someone with 48,000 subscribers and decent engagement to do something for free. Now, I may not be worth 20 bands per post, but I know I'm worth more than free labor. So I let them know, like, unfortunately my manager won't approve free labor. Maybe we can circle back around when there's a feasible budget for the labor. I keep saying the word labor so they can understand I'm not working for free. What's wrong with you? You know, like, don't be afraid to be assertive, okay? So all in all, that is it. Get your media kit, get on Canva. Do not sign up for the pro unless you want to. You do not need it. Create your media kit, put your demographics on there, put your services and rates on there, and literally hit save. Okay, I took those pictures today. I did take them on my new camera, but you can take them on your phone. This is the first, that was the first media kit I've made with my new camera. All my other media kits I made with pictures from my phone. So that looks better than the media kit I actually have for myself. Don't let the media kit we just made make you feel like, oh, my pictures don't look that good. Girl, y'all seen the first media kit I had. It doesn't matter. As long as you're posting some pictures and letting them know your interest in services, your rates, your demographics, your follower count, your engagement count, where you're from, things like that, your contact information, that's what matters the most. The pictures are gonna add a little flavor and kind of give them a little background of your personality, but they need the facts regardless. Don't let the pictures scare you. I usually post them from my phone. And like I said, don't create this media kit with the intent of just making money. Understand that this is gonna help you make money, but this is just a cherry on top to your content creation journey. If you are only in it for the money, you are going to be mad as hell, because it may be a minute before you start making the type of money you want, which means that if money is the only thing that's going to make you happy throughout this journey, that means a lot of your journey you may be upset. We don't get a check every 2 weeks, which is why I'm also putting out as many gems as I can, because you just gotta hustle. It is what it is, but you need to also enjoy what you're doing, okay? With that being said, your interest may change. You might start off doing vlogs and realize I don't like vlogs, and then you start doing cooking videos, or you may start doing gaming videos. Make a new media kit. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you keep up with your likes and interests changing, because you can't just be in it all for the money. The media kit is gonna help you get the money, but ultimately it's gonna be you being creative, stepping out the box, trying new things, and just always being able to learn. But you're watching this video, which just lets me know you at least want to learn something, and you're already working towards becoming a better content creator, and that's all that matters. Just continue to learn. Don't give up if you're just starting out. YouTube's new algorithm is actually pushing smaller channels, which is why on your home feed you'll see a lot of smaller channels popping up first. YouTube wants us to grow. They want us to get the money. They just need us to utilize it, okay? They want us to grow. So don't be discouraged. If you're having trouble getting monetized, don't be discouraged. Keep creating, keep learning, keep at it, keep investing in yourself, and continue to do research. Other than that, thanks so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Morgan. I hope you guys found some value in this video. Now let's go make that media kit now.